I grew up on the mission field, and my parents were missionaries to Mexico. We lived on the border, and we survived because there was people all around the United States who sent money to the mission field so that we could have food and enough to pay our electricity, and so that we could take care of the church and the people of Mexico that were in this little neighborhood where my dad worked with them. So I don't know how to do life without giving away. Like it's not like give to others after you have enough. It's just giving to others was just like you breathe. We have this understanding that to be Methodist is to be socially active in caring for those who are in need in the world, not just in our community, not just in our little church, but in the whole world. And that keeps us connected together as Methodists when we share our resources with each other.
So I didn't grow up Methodist. PV is the first Methodist church I was ever a part of. But one of my first times here, the pastor was talking about apportionments, and I didn't know what that meant. I was so confused.
So in the Methodist Church, we have this thing called apportionments, and every conference gives each church a number, a portion that they are to give to the greater church. Some people say that a way to remember the word is apportionment for others.
So it's definitely a Methodist term. And if you're not familiar with it, it can seem like a club fee almost. I could see how apportionments would be seen that way. But when we peel it back and we look at what apportionments are really meant for, it reminds me of what John Wesley said about holy living. And we live in a holy way by giving to others.
That money that we give every year goes to help people all around the world.
So before I came here in 2019, but before I came here, we stopped paying full apportionments. We went from paying 100% of apportionments to now, for about the last 4 years, paying around 30%-ish of our apportionments. That's a huge difference, right?
When we don't give our apportionment at Paradise Valley, when we don't pay our full apportionment, what happens is there's a little girl somewhere in the world who didn't get food today. And so to me, it's more important that we give our apportionment than that we mop our floors or pay somebody to do something in our church.
When we created our welcoming statement, our inclusive statement, which says all are welcome, no matter your sexuality, your gender, your politics, your theology, et cetera, et cetera. It's a beautiful image, and I think we live into that really well. But when we made that decision for that to be our identity, many people left and took their tithes with them, which contributes into paying full apportionments. From that, I think we took a stance of fear. Part of generosity is just giving what God is calling us to give and trusting that we're going to be okay. And when we're not giving to the full apportionments, we're kind of saying, God, I don't trust you. And we're not meant to be people of fear.
It's kind of like breathing, but in order to breathe, you have to breathe in and breathe out. So breathe in is what when we receive. Breathe out is when we give. We are created to give and to receive. If we take half of that formula away, then eventually we can't receive even the goodness for ourselves because we haven't given out at all. But what I want to say is Paradise Valley's got this. And then once we get to that place where we're paying full apportionment again, giving our part out to the world, we are going to feel so much better about who we are. We're going to be so much healthier as a church. And I'm excited about that day.
This is my story. This is my song. Praising the Savior all the day long. This is my story. This is my soul. Praising the Savior all the day long. Praising the Savior all the day long.
For more information on how the United Methodist Church serves the world, go to umc.org.
We're not meant to be people of fear.
Paradise Valley's got this.